Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I have to say that my life has changed quite a bit. We've adopted a cat, or a cat has adopted us. Ginger showed up one night when I was outside doing my fireside chat and was just meowing like crazy. She was hiding under the deck. And each day she continued and eventually started coming out from behind the shadows. And I said, it's a stray kitten. Honey, don't feed the cat, because then she'll never go. Well, my wife fed the cat. So that started from feeding the cat outside to bringing the cat inside and feeding the cat, to the cat sitting on her lap, to the cat taking over the house. And I've never been a cat person. I think the tickle in my throat might be from the cat. And now we have cat stuff all over the place, and we're learning about a cat. The cat is cute. It is very playful and is now part of the family. So, to go along with, I guess they say having pets, of course, is healthy for you. My life has changed completely since the beginning of the year. Since the beginning of the year, I have to thank my son and my wife for this, because my son started doing the Yuka app, and some of the things I was using to cook with, he was like, I'm not eating that. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And basically it was like, he's like, there's no nutritional value with whatever, I can't remember what it was that I was cooking. I'm like, boy, you gonna eat this? But then it opened up my eyes to everything that's processed. You know, I think it was something with the flour, because he was talking about the bleached flour, and it's enriched and everything else, and what they do to it. And it's like, oh. And then I started looking at some of the things that I really enjoyed eating: my Petrus Farm crackers, my candy bars, the ice cream, and realizing that these things have nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, food-wise value. They're getting zeros. And so I started just not eating processed foods, and say 95% of the time we're cooking and eating at home. I'm doing things like, this is a loaf of cinnamon raisin bread I made 2 days ago. If I don't eat this, probably in the next 3 days, it'll have mold. You know why? Because it's actually real food. Try that with some cinnamon raisin bread from the grocery store. And what's happened is, I've done diets before. I've done keto, where I'm just eating tons and tons of meat. The cat, of course, is rolling around my legs because she's ready to be fed. But I've done keto, I've done the shred diet, I've done a lot of different things. I've done where I walked. We walked like 15,000 steps a day. And that's actually another thing too, is the weight loss has helped my knees. The strange thing is once I've gotten off of the diets, is I go back to the old habits and the weight goes back on. So this time it's a little different, because it's not really a diet. I haven't changed the type of stuff that I eat. I'm eating hamburgers. Okay, let me tell you some of the things that I've eaten this week. Yesterday, actually, it was a ham pot pie that we bought from the Amish store. It was just a busy day, and I just did not have time to cook, and I was working on outdoor kitchen. So I had some ham pot pie. The night before we had steak. The night before that I made spaghetti. The night before that we had hamburgers. I have real chocolate, dark chocolate that I eat. I eat cottage cheese, so I like cottage cheese. As you can hear, the cat, of course, wants to get fed. Bananas, cucumbers, vegetables. Haven't had any salads because of the explosive diarrhea outbreak. And, pizzas. I made pizzas using pita bread. So, it doesn't sound like a diet, does it? And my son, he makes banana bread. Oh my God, banana bread. I love banana bread. I never had banana bread before, but it is really good. Look. Okay. Jeez. Banana bread. Yeah, banana bread. All the things that I like. But I also, too, here, let's go outside. This has become like a morning routine. I also, too, look at this. Peppers, tomatoes. I'm getting like a handful of those. I've actually canned peppers here. And these things, oh my God, they are so good. The crunching things from them. So I get up and I have it's cool this morning. I got tomatoes right here. I need to water them this morning. Cabbages that are growing. Strawberry plants. Look, more peppers. Look at that. Peppers right there. If I need some basil or some thyme. Rosemary for cooking with. I have more tomato plants that are over here. More peppers. I got more peppers than I can shake a stick at. These are just beginning to bear fruit on these tomato plants. These are actually, they're like a red color. They are the sweetest tomatoes that you've ever had. I'm not sure what these ones are going to be like, but I've got different ones. I've got potatoes over here that I need to dig up. My onions, you bend those on over and they'll end up drying out. So I'm going to pick those up and actually work on a space in the cellar downstairs for the onions. So what I'm saying is I have my body has been gradually dropping. I've hit 240 for a second some years back, and that was, like I said, I was walking 15,000 steps, and this is my outdoor kitchen, my summer kitchen that we're working on, and it's getting closer and closer to being what I want. This is the base from an old wood cook stove that I'm going to have back over here too. So I'm really excited about the things that are going on over here. But what I'm saying is my body will go through and it'll drop and reset lower and lower. I've hit 236.9 as the low point, and a lot of that is because I've gotten to be more active. But I've gotten so now in the morning, I'm at 240 in the morning. By the time I get finished working today, I might be 235 pounds, which would be exactly 40 pounds lighter. And I feel 100% better. My blood pressure last year were the point of the doctor saying I needed medication to, I don't take any medication for anything. And eliminating the processed foods, everything works, if you know what I mean. I mean, everything works, if you know what I mean. Without getting into too much detail, but you know what I mean, that we have all the commercial and all the ads for Blue Chew and all of this, that, and I take no medication for anything. Period. And I'm 60 years old, soon to be 61. And I am moving better, feeling better, and there is one problem. My clothes are baggy. They're not fitting anymore. But I guess I'm okay with that. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and try it. Just try. Just try cooking at home. I go to my local butcher, and I end up getting meats that are, grown in the field without all the steroids and all the chemicals. I try and get the best produce that I can from a farmer's market. But be careful. A lot of times they'll say it's a farmer's market, and they just went and bought cases of stuff and put it out and say, oh, it's locally grown, but it's not. But I get up, come out, water my plants, and harvest vegetables while I wait for my coffee. Hope you guys have a great day, and trying to live with Mother Nature has actually been really good, and it's definitely taken much better care of me than going the other way. One final thought. I think a lot of our problem is we love the conveniences of everything. We love to just be able to go to the store, buy a bag of salad, and it's done. Or just have a frozen meal and just put it in the microwave and eat it, Or go to, just go through a drive-through and, get a meal. But here's the reality is that stuff costs you in the long run, and it's not real food. And that's why we need all the medications, and why we're sick, why we're bloated, and so on. I've lost, just by changing my diet, as much weight as somebody who's paying to get the injections. That's no lie. Let me say that again. I have lost as much weight as the average person does using the GLPs, and it's sustainable without starving myself to death. Think about that for a second. Have a great day. Peace.